The following is a presentation of Spring Hill Sports Live. It's time for Spring Hill High School Athletics. On your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for the Broncos, right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Good evening. Welcome back inside Wellsville High School for day 2 of the Top Gun tournament. You can see the updated bracket here as we get set for a consolation round matchup between the Spring Hill Broncos and the Baldwin Bulldogs. Along with Caden Carbajo, I'm Bryce Kessler. Again, you can check out the bracket there. The top seeds all advanced in the opening round. Lewisburg, 51-31 win over Wellsville. Jeff West, a 45-34 win over Hayden. Spring Hill, of course, fell to Nemaha Central 49-41, and Lansing over Baldwin 39-38. For both these two teams, Baldwin and Spring Hill, it was really kind of the same story in their opening round. Spring Hill led 39-34 going into the fourth quarter against Nemaha Central, but failed to score until literally the final second of the fourth quarter. They got outscored 15-2 in that final period. A rare close game for Nemaha Central, but the Thunder were able to survive and extend their winning streak to 35 games, sending Spring Hill to 4-4 now on the season and into the consolation side of the bracket. It was much of the same for the Baldwin Bulldogs. They lost to Lansing 39-38, but Baldwin held a lead going into the fourth quarter by 12, 33-21, but they were outscored 18-5 in that final period, and they dropped back to 500 now as well at 5-5 with the 1-point loss to Lansing. This is a rematch from earlier this season. These two teams played back on December 18th. Spring Hill won that matchup 52-38, snapping a 15-game losing streak to the Baldwin Bulldogs. And now here in this consolation game of the Wellsville Top Gun tournament, Spring Hill will be looking for their first back-to-back wins over Baldwin, or I should say 2 wins over Baldwin in the same season for the first time going back into the 2011 season. So that's what's coming up here on Spring Hill Sports Live. You're watching the Comfort Designs pregame show as we count you down to tip off of this one. It's brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. Back with more of the pregame show right after this on Spring Hill Sports Live.
See all they have. Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453. Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Welcome back to the Comfort Designs pregame show as we get set for this consolation matchup in the Wellsville Top Gun Tournament between the Spring Hill Broncos and the Baldwin Bulldogs. Time for a look at the matchup brought to you by Spring Hill's Recreation Commission. The Spring Hill Rec Commission offers a wide range of activities for kids and adults. To see everything they offer, visit them online at springhillrec.org or call 913-592-2214. I mentioned it in the open. Spring Hill, 1 win this year over Baldwin, now looking to defeat Baldwin twice in the same season for the first time since 2011. The Bulldogs interplay in this game, averaging 47 points per game, allowing 45. Spring Hill scores 53 a game. They give up 45 as well per game for these two Frontier League foes. The Bulldogs, led by Riley Smith, who has had some huge games this year, did not have a huge game against Spring Hill, though. In fact, it was held to a season-low 5 points in that game against the Broncos earlier this year, but she scored as many as 32 in a game this season, has now 2 games of 20-plus. 6 times she's been in double figures out of the 10 games this season, but really struggled against Spring Hill. We'll see if the Broncos can contain her again. She's one of 3 girls that averaged double figures for the Bulldogs. That also includes sophomore Carly Neufeld, who's their best outside shooter, leads the team with 14 made threes this season. She had 8 points in the game against Spring Hill earlier this year. 6 times this year she's been in double figures, had 9 in the opening round of this tournament. And then they've got their girl in the middle, Jenna Harvey, the 6'2 senior, against Spring Hill, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 4 block shots. Solid line, but for Jenna Harvey numbers, it was actually somewhat of an off night for her. The 7 rebounds is just 2 shy of what's her season low. So Spring Hill did a pretty good job against her as well, and it was no wonder that the Broncos won that game by 14, because really, when you look at the big 3 for this team, Smith, Neufeld, and Harvey, Neufeld's the only one who kind of got close, but even she was held below her season averages in that game. So Spring Hill really good on the defensive end of that 52-38 victory. The Broncos hoping that Allie Frank can duplicate her performance, had a double-double in that one. She was solid in the opening round of this tournament with 19 points. Only had 6 rebounds, though. That was a season low for Frank, as she was battling inside with Riley Rottinghouse of Nemaha Central, 2 6-foot-plus girls down there in the at the 5 position in yesterday's, or I guess I should say Tuesday's matchup. It was a physical game because of that for Frank, so let's see. Hopefully she's ready to roll again tonight. And Meredith Todd, let's hope that the stroke is good for her again this evening, coming off of one of her better games on Tuesday night. For the second time this year, she scored in double figures, had 11 in the loss to Nemaha Central. Hopefully they can get Meredith some more good looks here tonight. Let's look at the matchup brought to you by Spring Hill Recreation Commission. We'll check a few keys to the game for the Broncos when we come back here from the Comfort Designs pregame show. Spring Hill and Baldwin coming up in the consolation round of the 2021 Wellsville Top Gun Tournament on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
When a team comes together, they deliver victory. When the team at Gambino's in Spring Hill comes together, they deliver delicious pizzas and so much more. Family owned and operated, Gambino's has all the ingredients of a great team, including, well, their ingredients. The freshest, perfectly prepared pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, salads, appetizers, and more. To feed your home team, call Gambino's at 913-686-4424 or visit Gambino'sPizza.com. Delivering the winning taste to Spring Hill. Gambino's. You're gonna love it. Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back again to the Comfort Designs pregame show, brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. Time for a couple of keys to the game for the Broncos as they look to defeat the Baldwin Bulldogs for the second time this year. Like the last time, defend without fouling. They did a great job holding Baldwin to just 38 points, and they put Baldwin on the free throw line only 8 times, and the Bulldogs made just 4 of those, both season lows for Baldwin. Only 5 first-half fouls, only 6 second-half fouls, so they didn't get into the bonus in either half during that game. So if they can defend without fouling again, that'll go a long way to the victory. Own the glass. They were a +9 against Baldwin the first meeting. Spring Hill on the year, a +5.5 per game. They did get out-rebounded on Tuesday night, and that was part of the reason they lost that game to Nemaha Central. And make the extra pass. They had 16 assists, just 9 turnovers in that game against Baldwin. When you share the ball like that, when you have 16 assists, it means you're making shots, obviously, but it's a lot of the times because you're getting good shots. They made 7 3-pointers in that game due to the great ball movement. If they can do those 3 things, I like their chances to roll into the 5th place game and defeat the Baldwin Bulldogs for the second time this season, something they haven't done since the 2011 season. Baldwin has won 15 of the last 16 head-to-head matchups, but that 15-game losing streak ended with the Baldwin loss to Spring Hill, 52-38 back on December 18th. Now the Broncos look to make it 2 in a row. You've been watching the Comfort Designs pregame show. Coming up next, the starting lineups, and we'll get this ball game started between Baldwin and Spring Hill right here on Spring Hill Sports Live from the Wellsville Top Gun Tournament.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup, locally owned and operated, and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill, open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Welcome back here to Wellsville. We're about ready to get this one started between Spring Hill and Baldwin. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, brought to you by Perfect Details Salon at 516 North Webster. The Broncos are starting this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you could find at Perfect Details Salon, where they're devoted to making clients flawless from head to toe. Make an appointment online at salonperfectdetails.com or by calling 913-592-5022. For the Baldwin Bulldogs, Carly Neufeld, their top outside shooter. She's a 5'7 sophomore, number 2. Lauren Russell, a 5'7 senior, number 12. Jenna Harvey, a 6'2 senior, number 15. 11 points, 10 rebounds per game. That 10 rebound number tops on the squad. Isabel Harvey is a 5'9 junior, number 21. And Riley Smith, their top scorer at 14.5 points per game. The 5'8 junior wears number 22 for the purple-clad Baldwin Bulldogs here tonight. And for Spring Hill, their starting lineup is the usual. All 9 games that they have played this year, they have started this way with 5'1 junior, number 1, Kate Milroy, their assist leader. 5'5 senior, number 10, Emily Dowd. 6' senior, number 15, Allie Frank, top scorer and rebounder at 18.5 points and 11 rebounds per game. That's Jenna Weber, who gets the steal right there. She's a 5'8 sophomore who is averaging 7.5 points per game on the year. A block shot by Jenna Harvey. She gets about 4 of those per game. And Meredith Todd rounds out the starting lineup for the Broncos, a 5'7 senior, number 25 for Spring Hill. So we are underway here. The opening throw was brought to you by Spring Hill Fitness, your local community gym. Spring Hill Fitness, dedicated to making a friendly, clean, judgment-free environment, open 24/7. Check them out on Facebook or call 913-686-2027. Isabel Harvey unable to get the bunny to go. So back comes Spring Hill with the basketball. Underneath, Allie Frank didn't able to get that one clean on the catch. They'll repost, get inside to Frank. Harvey, another block shot off the knee of the Bulldogs. It went off the knee of Neufeld, so it stays with Spring Hill. No score here in the opening minute. Already a couple of block shots for Jenna Harvey. She had 5 blocks in the game against Spring Hill. Make that 4 rather in the game against Spring Hill earlier this year. A little runner off the left hand there from Jenna Weber won't fall. And a foul committed at midcourt by Emily Dowd of Spring Hill. It's her first, team's first. Spring Hill didn't put Baldwin in the bonus at any point in the first matchup this year back in December, on the 18th of December, that Friday night. Spring Hill only committed 5 fouls in the first half and only 6 in the second half. There's a block shot by Weber, a little of Harvey's own medicine that time, and now a double dribble called on Dowd, so Spring Hill unable to take advantage of an opportunity there. And it'll go back over to the Baldwin Bulldogs with 6:47 left of the opening quarter. No score here in the consolation game. Winner will take on Topeka Hayden in the 5th place game. And that is a foul against Isabel Harvey of Baldwin for an illegal screen, so that will send it back to Spring Hill. The loser of this game will battle Wellsville in the 7th place game coming up on Saturday. So if it's the 7th place game, it'll be 1 o'clock on Saturday, and the 5th place game will be at 2:30 on Saturday afternoon right here on Spring Hill Sports Live, regardless of which one we're playing in. This is Todd bringing it up against some pressure and fumbled it away, able to regather. But the entry pass stolen away as Frank and Russell end up on the floor. The jump ball will stay with Spring Hill. 90 seconds into our opening quarter, and we're still looking for our first points. Both these teams' droughts that started in the fourth quarter on Tuesday night have continued on into the first quarter tonight. Frank, good ball fake that time. Got the shot blocker, Jenna Harvey, up in the air. It allows her to get the bucket there using that nice shot fake after she's already been brought twice. Back on the other end, Jenna Harvey gets 2 points right back for Baldwin. Very similar story in the opening round for both these teams. Inside, a foul this time on Harvey. And she tried to go for yet another block shot, but it'll put Allie Frank at the free throw line for Spring Hill. Spring Hill against undefeated Nemaha Central held a 5-point lead going into the fourth quarter on Tuesday, but gave up a 15-0 run to start that fourth quarter from Nemaha Central before they scored their one and only bucket in the final second. So lost by 8 Baldwin, and they had an even bigger lead going into their fourth quarter. They were up a dozen when the fourth quarter started against Lansing, but they too had an ice-cold fourth quarter, got outscored 18-5 and lost by 1, 39-38. From the corner, that's their best three-point shooter, Neufeld. Unable to knock down that look. Isabel Harvey tries her luck at a three as well, but it's an empty trip. They're going to get it right back, though. That is off of Milroy, out of bounds on Spring Hill. So Baldwin ball with 5:46 to play in the quarter and a 4-2 Spring Hill lead. Russell trying to go inside. Frank able to knock it away and come up with a steal. Tight rope in the baseline, and the Broncos back with the ball up by 2. Frank steps out, a little longer two-point attempt this time. Lauren Russell clears it for Baldwin. Smith, kick out Neufeld, doesn't take the shot. Extra pass comes up top and now all the way around to Isabel Harvey. Deep inside, Jenna Harvey. Out to Smith, open look at a three. Ball is loose, comes back out to Smith, top of the key. Lob in for Harvey, knocked away, loose on the baseline. And a 3-second violation is called against Baldwin. Well, Julia Hess has checked in for Spring Hill. Spring Hill with a 4-2 lead. Todd, deep three on the right wing. Milroy fights for the offensive rebound. And another foul on Jenna Harvey, so that is now 2 on the 6'2 shot blocker inside for Baldwin. And Harvey will be headed to the bench. Marin Frost is going to check in. Meanwhile, Allie Frank is back on the foul line where she is now a perfect 3 of 3. She's got all 5 points for Spring Hill. So they check out 6'2 and bring in 5'4. Spring Hill likes that swap. Brooklyn Powell will check in for the Broncos. She replaces Meredith Todd. Frank with all 6 for Spring Hill, and the Broncos lead by 4 with 4.5 left in the quarter. Neufeld lines up another 3 from the corner. Yet to find the range on that 3-point shot off of Frost, and it's Spring Hill ball. Weber brings it up for Spring Hill. The Broncos looking to extend a 4-point lead. All points have come from this girl, Allie Frank. Up top, Hess, open, good look at a 3, but it's just off front iron. Smith on the attack, right down the center of the paint. Floater won't go for her. Powell clears for Spring Hill. So Smith was held to a season low 5 points the first time these two teams play. She averages 14.5 per game And so far, it's another cold start for her. And this one is Allie Frank continues to pull her weight on the offensive side. 8 points. She averages 18.5, and she had 19 in the opening round. And continuing to get off to a good start again here this evening. Foul called on Kate Milroy. It puts Riley Smith at the free throw line. Smith on the year, 62% at the free throw line, and she knocks down her first point of the game. Kaylee Oakes checks in for Spring Hill. Replaces Julia Hess as we're just under the halfway point of this first quarter. Carly Toot now checks in for Baldwin, replaces Neufeld. 8-4 Spring Hill lead with the ball, full court pressure from Baldwin. Frank in the baseline corner, she's got all 8. Up top, Milroy, three-pointer won't go. And scramble for the ball. Both Harvey and Powell end up on the floor, and it will be Baldwin basketball. Frank knocks the ball free, but Smith able to get it back, and now numbers for Baldwin. Another hand on the ball, knocked out by Milroy. Kick out corner, three-pointer by Russell rattles in. So Baldwin finally connects from the outside. Both these teams make anywhere from 4 to 5 threes per game. Baldwin make that Spring Hill, I should say, who had the edge the first time. 7-4 advantage on three-pointers when they played the first go-around. Tough shot there by Frank through some contact. Ends up out of bounds. Last touch, though, by Baldwin, so Spring Hill keeps possession. Carly Neufeld checks back in for Baldwin, replacing Isabel Harvey. It's an 8-7 game, 5-0 run right now for Baldwin. Milroy needs to get it in, does to Weber. Good look for Frank, and Allie's already into double figures with 10 first quarter points for Spring Hill, and the Broncos lead by 3. Neufeld this time is able to dial it up from the corner. She has attempted that shot now a couple of times. Knocks that one down. We're tied at 10. Frank going to work on Russell. Knocked out of her hand. Oakes tried to save it. I think that would have been off of Baldwin, but Oakes wasn't sure, so she was taking the safe route, trying to save the basketball, and it ends up off of her instead. And a turnover back to Baldwin. Meredith Todd back in along with Emily Dowd for Spring Hill. Erin Frost back in for Baldwin, who is without Jenna Harvey right now, who picked up 2 early fouls in this first quarter. This is Isabel Harvey now in the corner, underneath Frost. Nothing comes of it, she pulls it back up. That's a carry called on Riley Smith, and it's the 5th turnover already on the Bulldogs with 1:42 left in the quarter. Game tied up at 10. Early 8-2 run by Spring Hill has been answered by an 8-2 run from Baldwin. Oh, they're going to call backcourt here, but that ball was knocked out of her hand by Smith. Yeah, Clay Freegon wants another official to help him out there. As quite frankly, it was just a bad call, but he was kind of shielded from the defender. Smith went in there with an arm and knocked the ball out of the hands of Milroy. As now Baldwin's Marin Frost steps on the sideline, so I guess you give one, you take one. They're trade turnovers. No harm done, I suppose, with a minute 24 left to play in the first quarter. All tied up at 10. Long pass up into the front court. Milroy doesn't have any help, though. Wisely waits for the help to come, and it's Brooke Powell on the drive, and she'll earn a trip to the free throw line. 2 shots coming up for Powell. The foul called on Neufeld, her first, and the team's third. Make that 4, rather. Powell, 8 out of 18 only on the year, 44% at the free throw line. Four points, season high 4 rebounds against Baldwin, their first matchup. And 3 points Tuesday night in the loss to Nemaha Central. And Brooke gets 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. The first Bronco to score, not named Allie Frank, with a minute 16 left to play in the quarter. Tied up, jump ball, it'll stay with Baldwin. Jenna Weber checks back in. Frost from the corner for the lead. It's an air ball, and Meredith Todd has it for Spring Hill. You're going to see a double team down there on Frank. They've got her guarded in front and behind. Dowd long with the shot, and a loose ball foul against Baldwin. That's their 15th foul. And it is called on Lauren Russell, her first. Or check that, it was 21, not 12. Isabel Harvey, rather, and that's worse news for Baldwin, as that's 2 on Isabel Harvey. So Jenna Harvey and Isabel Harvey, each with 2 first quarter fouls. Frank unable to get the putback, a third time maybe. Out to Milroy for 3. Milroy goes flying in there to try to get the rebound, but Carly Toot able to rip it away for Baldwin. And has a travel now called on Riley Smith. .32 seconds left in the quarter. And now they call a push against Spring Hill. So I'll tell you, there's been a lot of, I don't know, we'll call them odd calls in this first quarter of this game, just away from the ball stuff, and some turnovers, some careless travels that have been called and whatnot. But it's 11-10. That's the facts anyway, with 20 seconds left in this first quarter. Baldwin looking to hold out with the final shot and try to take the lead. Something they have not had in this first quarter. We've been tied at 2, tied at 10. But no leads in this first quarter for Baldwin. Frost over to Toot. She'll fire up 3 for that lead, but it won't go. And Jenna Weber collects the rebound for Spring Hill. A 1-point lead for the Broncos through 1 here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Lenses and frame. Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
Start of the second quarter here in Wellsville, 11-10. Spring Hill, a 1-point lead on top of the Baldwin Bulldogs. 2 ties, no lead changes in that first quarter. Spring Hill led by as many as 6, and the Broncos turn it over on their opening possession of the quarter. So let's see, Baldwin will try to take their first lead of this ball game. Jenna Harvey is back in there, number 15 inside. That's where they wanted to go with it right there, but instead it's stolen by Frank and then given right back. Smith on the attack, back up top to Toot, around to Neufeld from the left wing, and she knocks down a second three-pointer, and that gives Baldwin their first lead of the game at 13-11. Todd trying to go baseline, and there was Harvey to get a piece of that one, deflect that shot attempt by Meredith Todd, and back comes Baldwin with a 2-point lead. Inside, off the fingers initially of Dowd, then off the fingertips of Jenna Harvey and out of bounds. So Spring Hill forces their 9th turnover already out of Baldwin. Brooke Powell and Julia Hess check in for the Broncos. Dowd and Todd will check out. Spring Hill has been very persistent getting the ball into Allie Frank. She's got 10 of the 11 for the Broncos, and I'd like to see him keep going right back in there now with Harvey back in the ball game with 2 fouls. You could tag a third on her. You basically put her on the bench the rest of the half, and even though she's only got 2 points in this game and 2 rebounds so far officially, as that's a 5-second call. No, they're going to call timeout, not a 5-second. A timeout given to Spring Hill, but to finish the thought on Harvey, even though she's only got the 2 points, 2 rebounds, part of that obviously because she did spend a little time on the bench in that first quarter, but she affects the game so much on the defensive side. We've already seen her with at least 3 official blocks and numerous other plays on the defensive side that have helped force Spring Hill misses. Say, by the way, Bronco fans, if you want highlights of the game sent right to you when the big play happens, text SHHS to 816-406-0051. Along with EZ Relic, Spring Hill Sports Live gives you the chance to capture every moment from every game. When the highlight happens, text SHHS to 816-406-0051. Get free video highlights sent directly to your phone. You can learn more by visiting springhillsportslive.com/EZ. And it does work now. I just tried it out. Got me a highlight, although I just did it randomly and wasn't looking for a highlight per se, but it did send the video to my phone, so you can get it. It works. We tried it Tuesday night, didn't work, but the glitch is fixed, Caden. We got it now.
That's good.
Weber on the rebound here for Spring Hill, so let's wait. Let's see if we can get a highlight play here, and all the Bronco fans, that's not going to be the highlight. All the Bronco fans can text SHHS there to the number and get that highlight. Again, that number, 816-406-0051. Neufeld, lob inside, Harvey. Man, Frank was just a split second late coming in there on that zone defense, trying to knock that ball away, but Harvey puts it in for Baldwin. 15-11 Broncos, 6:16 left first half. Frank blocked once more by Harvey. Neufeld. Outside, up top, Smith. Good little head fake out to Neufeld. She's starting to heat up out there. That is 3 now from Carly Neufeld. And it's another, I heard the whistle, thought we had another timeout. They were just going to fix the net. The net had gotten caught up there. But that is now 3 trays from Carly Neufeld. Has 17 on the year through now 10 games plus what we've played here tonight. And she missed her first couple in this ball game, but she is not one that lacks for confidence out there. Only a sophomore. But she is showing that shooter's mentality. After the first few misses, it doesn't matter. She keeps firing, and now she's hit 3 in a row for Baldwin. And the Bulldogs are on an 8-0 run. They've taken an 18-11 lead. Spring Hill has not yet scored in the quarter, as we are 2.5 minutes into this period. Milroy. Now Oaks doubled, knocked to the floor, and a foul called on Baldwin. That is 6 team fouls. This one is on Lauren Russell, her first personal foul. "15-footer on the elbow, won't fall." Smith pushing it up, lobs to Harvey. Banks another one in. The run is now a 10-0 run by Baldwin. And the Bulldogs lead by 9. Did not have a lead in the first quarter. But so far a 10-0 advantage in this second quarter for Baldwin. Hess inside Frank. Another block shot by Harvey. That's 5 blocks already for Harvey. Milroy gets it back. Nice play by Milroy. At a disadvantage back at the defensive end against the break by Baldwin, but Milroy comes up with a steal. Can they get some points off the turnover? Inside Frank. Draws all the attention. Comes back out to Milroy. Deep 3, but a good look. Off the heel. Oaks down onto the floor. Offensive rebound for Spring Hill. Weber can't get past Russell. It comes back to Milroy. Oaks with another offensive rebound. Sets up Hess on the outside. Tied up between Weber and Smith, and it'll be Baldwin ball. A couple of offensive boards by Kaylee Oaks. They just can't get the lid off the hoop here in the second quarter. Meredith Todd is back in. Hess sits down with 4 minutes even left in the second quarter, midway through the period. And Spring Hill has now gone 5 minutes and 16 seconds without scoring, going back to the first quarter. Smith fires up a 3 off the dribble and hits. And this time it is a timeout for Spring Hill. 3:42 left to play here in quarter number 2, and it's a 23-11 lead for the Baldwin Bulldogs on top of the Spring Hill Broncos. We're back in a moment on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
23-11, Baldwin with 3:42 left first half. An 11-10 Spring Hill lead at the end of the first quarter, but it's been a 13-0 advantage for Baldwin in this second quarter. And the Bulldogs now lead by a dozen. They've scored 3 more points here in the second than they did in the entire first quarter, and we've still got almost half the quarter to play. Out of a timeout, Spring Hill trying to kill this Baldwin momentum. They need them a bucket here. Nobody has made a shot in this game other than Allie Frank. A field goal meaning a shot, as Powell made a free throw for Spring Hill. The Broncos turn it over. Powell's free throw, the only point that has come from somebody other than Allie Frank. And right now, the Broncos need something to get the mojo back. Russell lobs into Harvey. It's knocked out of her hands, but it does remain with Baldwin. Lob underneath, Jenna Harvey, and she's fouled. So Frank is called for the foul. It was almost like she just got tangled up on that entry pass. How Harvey caught the ball, she kind of had one arm on one side of Frank, the other arm was on the other side of Frank, and Allie was just kind of caught in the phone booth between it, and unfortunately, there's really nothing she could do at that point, and it was just going to have to be called a foul. So that is Allie's first and the fourth team foul on Spring Hill, and it puts Jenna Harvey at the free throw line. And that is a nice bonus right there. Harvey only a 31% free throw shooter this year, 11 out of 36. And goes 1 for 2. Frank has the rebound for Spring Hill. Six minutes and 19 seconds, the current scoring drought for Spring Hill. Todd unable to end that drought in the corner. Harvey clears, back comes Baldwin. Good play by Oakes. And a foul called on Russell as she tried to step in between the ball and Allie Frank. Frank ends up on the floor. It was a physical game back on Tuesday against Nemaha Central. Frank ended up on the floor multiple times, and she's once again on the floor, and that will put her at the free throw line. Second foul on Russell. And the scoreboard shows 10 fouls, but that's not right according to what I show. I've only got it as 7 fouls as well. That's what the official scorekeeper says. I've got it as 7. The scoreboard shows 10, but I also have it as just 17 fouls on Baldwin. So it'll be a 1-and-1. It's still a free throw attempt for Frank, but initially they were calling for 2 shots, but I think they've got it corrected now. So it'll be a 1-and-1 for Frank after the foul on Russell. First miss at the line from Frank, who had made 5 in a row, and nobody back to guard Isabel Harvey, who gets the easy bucket. Powell underneath, and again, that won't be a block shot for Harvey, but her presence helped force that miss, and now a foul on Riley Smith after the shot, I think. So this will be a 1-and-1 for Frank. Frank took the shot, but the foul happened after she had already come down after the follow through, and it was then a loose ball foul called on Smith, her first, and the team's 8th. So another 1-and-1 opportunity for Frank. Allie's got 11 out of 12 for the Broncos, 5 out of 6 at the free throw line. Todd able to knock it free from Neufeld. It's a dozen Baldwin turnovers, but the Bulldogs still lead this game by 13. Frank is fouled by a Harvey who just picked up her 3rd. So Harvey had played this entire second quarter without fouling after she had 2 in the first quarter. So Bob Martin got some good minutes here in the second quarter from his senior 5, despite the fact that she had the multiple fouls. And here with 1:44 left in the half, she does commit her 3rd. So she will go back out for, you would imagine, the remainder of the half. Carly Toot checks in along with Marin Frost as Harvey along with Russell check out of the game. And Frank able to knock down both free throws this time around. And a timeout taken by Baldwin. 26-15 with a minute 43 left here in the first half.
We had a drawing for free admission to Saturday's games.
Going to look at the updated bracket here for you. Hayden has advanced in that other consolation game. They defeated Wellsville earlier, so it'll be Topeka Hayden in that 5th place game. The winner of this matchup, Spring Hill and Baldwin, will take on Hayden at 2:30 on Saturday in the 5th place game, and then the loser will drop to that 7th place game at 1 o'clock against Wellsville. You see on the championship side of the bracket, Lewisburg and Jefferson West playing in the earlier game tonight, and then Nemaha Central and Lansing in the current semifinal as all 4 top seeds won on opening night of the tournament. A minute 43 left here in the first half of this one. Baldwin with the ball, up by 11. Baldwin was down 1 at the end of the quarter, but a big second quarter here for Baldwin. A 16-4 advantage in this second quarter. Good defense by Powell. Good pressure on Marin Frost. Eventually knocked it out of her hands and out of bounds, so it stays with Baldwin with a minute now 28 left in the half. Dangerous entry passes stolen by Weber. Todd lob inside Frank. Allie with 16 now. That's 5 in a row for Spring Hill as they try to cut the deficit and get back into this ball game before halftime. Neufeld from the corner, long on that attempt, and Brooke Powell's got it for Spring Hill. High lob inside Frank, good positioning, and Allie Frank capitalizes on another one. And it's another timeout taken by Baldwin. 18 of the 19 points for Spring Hill have come from Allie Frank. And Spring Hill, once down by 14, has trimmed the gap in half. And it's now a 7-point game with 43 seconds left in the half. Nice response here in the final minutes of this first half for Spring Hill. They were on the verge of having a big deficit to overcome in the second half, but now they've got it certainly back down to a much more manageable deficit, trailing by 7 with 43 seconds left. But they still got to close out the half. You can't give up a couple of buckets and come up empty on your end here in this last 43. You'll find yourself right back down by double digits. But the momentum shifting back over to Spring Hill, and it's not a coincidence that Spring Hill able to get the ball into Frank and have her score when Harvey's back on the bench with her 3rd foul. That is a big factor in this Baldwin defense, having Harvey in there to just clean up everything on the interior. But she's got 3 fouls, and Spring Hill trying to make their push back with her on the bench. Baldwin looks like they're content to try to run the final half minute off the clock and take the final shot of the half. Neufeld with 10 seconds left gives it up to Smith. Milroy out on her, screen set by Toot. Smith on the drive, stumbled, misses. Frank will try to put it up from 3/4 court, and it hits the light above the floor. So won't have a chance, and that will send us to the half. 26-19, Baldwin leads Spring Hill. Coming up, it's the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show here for Bronco basketball, presented by Scroti Orthodontics on Spring Hill Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup. Locally owned and operated and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
Welcome into the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Our score at the break, 26-19. Baldwin on top of Spring Hill. Spring Hill led this game by 1 at the end of the first quarter, 11-10. The Broncos led by as many as 6 in that first quarter, up 8-2. But Baldwin then answered back with an 8-2 run of their own before a free throw by Brooke Powell in the final minute of the first quarter, made it 11-10 through 1. And then Baldwin took off in the second quarter. A 14-0 run for the Bulldogs to start the second quarter, put them up 24-11. Spring Hill finally got their first points on a free throw by Allie Frank in that second quarter with 2:36 left in the period, ending what was nearly an 8-minute, or make it a 7-minute scoring drought for Spring Hill. And the Broncos, thankfully, after falling down by 14 at 26-12, they were able to close out the half with a 7-0 run. So it took a 14-point deficit and cut that in half down to a 7-point deficit. So much more manageable here for Spring Hill, but they are trailing nonetheless, 26-19. Our halftime score, Baldwin on top of Spring Hill. That was a look back at the Eye on the Game, brought to you by Whitesell Optometry Vision Source. Keep an eye on your child's screen time. If they're experiencing eye strain or headaches, it might be a good time for an exam. Make an appointment with Whitesell Optometry Vision Source by calling 913-592-2020. And be sure to ask about the 2020 rule. We'll check all the first half numbers for you when we come back. You're watching the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
When a team comes together, they deliver victory. When the team at Gambino's in Spring Hill comes together, they deliver delicious pizzas and so much more. Family owned and operated, Gambino's has all the ingredients of a great team, including, well, their ingredients. The freshest, perfectly prepared pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, salads, appetizers, and more. To feed your home team, call Gambino's at 913-686-4424 or visit Gambino'sPizza.com. Delivering the winning taste to Spring Hill. Gambino's. You're gonna love it. Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back into the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future, getting to know you and the things that are most important to you. We'll help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. It's a 26-19 lead at the half. Baldwin on top of Spring Hill. As we look at the first half numbers for you, Spring Hill did have a 14-11 rebounding edge. The Bulldogs also turned it over 14 times compared to Spring Hill's just 8. So some of those numbers, a lot of those numbers, Spring Hill winning, but a couple of things that they didn't do in that first half. They didn't make an outside shot. Spring Hill no three-pointers, and Baldwin knocked down 5. So there's a 15-point advantage right there. Now Spring Hill did get some back at the free throw line. The Broncos were 9 of 12. Baldwin just 3 out of 4. But in the end, it's a 7-point Baldwin lead, and the Bulldogs have gotten some contributions from multiple players. They've had 5 different girls score, make that 6 different girls score in this game, led by Carly Neufeld with 9 points. She's knocked down 3 three-pointers in this one. Lauren Russell's got 3. Jenna Harvey's got 7. Isabel Harvey's got 2, and Riley Smith with 5 right now. Jenna Harvey, that is, 5 rebounds and 5 block shots to lead the team. Riley Smith with a team-high 4 assists right now for Spring Hill. Big first half scoring-wise for Frank. Allie Frank with 18 points, but the rest of the team just 1. Brooke Powell, the only other point for the Broncos in that first half on a free throw. Frank has 3 rebounds to go along with her 18 points. Jenna Weber, the rebounding leader right now for Spring Hill. She's got 4. And Meredith Todd with 2 assists leads the way for Spring Hill. But the Broncos trail by 7, 26-19 as we go to the second half. You've been watching the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. We'll start that second half right after this here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos! When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
Welcome back inside Wellsville School here as we are headed to the second half of this Top Gun Tournament Consolation Semifinal. Winner gets Hayden in the 5th place game. The loser will play Wellsville in the 7th place game on Saturday afternoon. 26-19, Baldwin on top of Spring Hill as we start this final period, or this final half. Todd, Weber, Milroy, Dowd, and Frank for Spring Hill. Smith, Neufeld, Russell, and Harvey. Spring Hill did make a 3 in the first half, and Looked like Todd was thinking about one before she drives and is rejected by Jenna Harvey, who's got a half dozen blocks in this game now. Steal by Meredith Todd. Back comes Spring Hill. Broncos on a 7-0 run to close the first half. Trying to keep that rolling. They would love a three right there from Meredith Todd, and they get that tray. Meredith knocks down the long ball, and Spring Hill with their first three-pointer of this game extends the run to a 10-0 run now, and they've got it back within 4. Russell's attempt at an answer misses. Put back try by Harvey also missing, and then a foul, or no, they're going to call it jump ball, and it will stay with Baldwin after Neufeld and Frank end up tied up on the floor. Meredith Todd's team leading 14th made three-pointer this year, and it's a big one to try to keep this comeback going for Spring Hill. Ball dribbled off the foot of Smith. Milroy and Harvey tie it up, and this time the jump ball will go to Spring Hill. After once leading by 6, Spring Hill trailed by as many as 14. But it's back to a 4-point game here. Todd in the corner, thought she was going to fire up another one. Inside Frank, this is big. They need to try to go right at Harvey, who does a good job defensively there. Did not go for the typical block shot. No, she has 3 fouls, and she just stayed straight up that time. A smart play defensively. Back in, Baldwin goes to Harvey on the offensive side. She can't get the roll. So it stays a 4-point game. Keep going inside to Frank. There they go. Backing in on Harvey. Again, Harvey goes straight up. Frank on a follow attempt is foul, but I think it was on Russell. So 2 shots coming up for Allie Frank. And they do call it on Lauren Russell. It's her second, or make that her third. And it's the team's first the second half. 2 shots coming up for Allie Frank. Frank 8 out of 10. At the free throw line. Now 19 points in this ball game from Allie Frank. She had 19 on Tuesday night as well in the loss to Nemaha Central. Back to a 1-possession game, a 2-point game here with 6:20 left in the third quarter. A long way to go still in this one, but Spring Hill in the midst of a 12-0 run has closed their 14-point deficit down to just 2. Smith, mid-range pull-up, rims out. Weber open for the lead. It's good from Jenna Weber. First basket of the game for Weber, and the lead back to Spring Hill. A 15-0 run by the Broncos going back to the first half. Timeout Baldwin, and the Broncos are in front 27-26. Go ahead and send that text in now. Get that highlight, SHHS, to 816-406-0051. Make the text within 90 seconds of the big play happening, and you'll get the highlights sent right to you from EZ Relic, partnering with Spring Hill Sports Live to bring Bronco fans every game's highlights right to your phone. Get free video highlights by texting SHHS to 816-406-0051. Big shot by Jenna Weber as the run by Spring Hill is now 15 straight and a 1-point lead after trailing by 14 with 2 minutes left in the first half. And a little more than 2 minutes into the second half now, they have completely flipped it around. Baldwin with the ball out of the timeout. Bob Martin using what is his third timeout used now to try to end this run, and it's Smith from the corner out of the timeout. Backside rebound by Carly Toot will set up a chance at the free throw line. 53% foul shooter is Toot on the season. 8 out of 15 at the free throw line. The second foul on Emily Dowd. And Toot ties this game up at 27 all, ending the 15-0 run by Spring Hill. Brooke Powell in for the Broncos, replacing Dowd. And we'll stay tied after Toot is able to knock down just 1 out of 2. Weber had the big shot down last time. Has another look, same spot, almost same result, but it rattled out. No fear, there's Allie Frank to put it back. 22 points now from Frank, and it's 29-27 Spring Hill. The second chance bucket, and now a turnover. 16 turnovers for the game by Baldwin. Spring Hill, can they keep the momentum rolling? Trying to beat Baldwin twice in the same season for the first time since 2011, after the Broncos picked up a 14-point win back on December 18th. Weber down onto the floor. They call it a travel. And that's 9 giveaways by Spring Hill. Smith takes off on the baseline, knocked away by Frank, kept in play by Weber. Weber inside Frank, working down on Harvey. Another block shot by Jenna Harvey. Neufeld lost the ball. Smith comes up with it, still loose. Dives down on top of it, and Baldwin keeps the ball. Good pass inside Harvey. She's hit on the hand. That's going to be a foul on the floor. They call it on Allie Frank. It's her second. Second team foul of the half. Kaylee Oakes will replace Frank. Julia Hess also in for Todd with 4:13 to play in the third quarter. Deep three from Neufeld. Hit 3 3-pointers back in the first half, but that one off the mark. Spring Hill back with it, up by 2. Weber this time tries the corner. Milroy with an offensive rebound. Fires it back into Oakes, who puts it in. Great job by Milroy getting in there and battling for the rebound and then putting it right on the money. And she just wrapped that pass around the defender right into the waiting arms of Kaylee Oakes. That is a travel called on Neufeld. And with 3:39 to play in the third quarter, Spring Hill's got it back up by 4 as Marin Frost checks back in for Baldwin. Also Isabel Harvey back in for Baldwin. Inside to Hess. Powell triple teamed. Good ball movement around to Weber, who's open, and she cans another 3. Timeout Baldwin with 3:12 left in the third quarter. 34-27 Spring Hill. A 22-1 run by the Spring Hill Broncos. We'll take a break with 3:12 left in the third. You're watching Bronco basketball presented by Strode Orthodontics on Spring Hill Sports Live.
allowing you to focus on when it comes to helping people with their finances. A cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
3:12 left to play, third quarter. Spring Hill leads Baldwin 34-27. A 22-1 run right now by Spring Hill. It was 26-12 Baldwin with 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter. And Spring Hill flipped the switch, and it has been all Broncos since. Marin Frost off of the bench with a huge shot there for Baldwin coming out of that timeout. Knocks down the three-pointer to make it a 4-point game. First basket of the night for Marin Frost. And then they couple that with a turnover. Back comes Smith, pushing it up for Baldwin. Frost will try another one. Milroy collects the air ball, and here come the Broncos. Up by 4 with 2.5 to play, third quarter. Milroy skips it around to Hess. Now Weber from the corners, hit a couple of big threes here in the quarter. Can't get that one to go. Backside rebound by Alyssa Reichert. Reichert, just a freshman into the game for the first time coming out of that timeout. She had the assist on the three made by Frost right out of that timeout. This time it's Frost into Reichert. And she is fouled, tripped up. Both Powell and Oakes were there. Let's see who they call it on. It's on Oakes. Her first, team's third. Allie Frank back in along with Emily Dowd. Frank's got 22 points in this one for Spring Hill. She had all but 1 point in the first half for the Broncos. Has gotten more help here in the second half. Jenna Weber's knocked down a couple of threes. Meredith Todd has also hit a three here in this third quarter. Kaylee Oakes has a bucket as well. The ball knocked all the way into the backcourt. But Smith able to retrieve it. Back comes Baldwin inside. They try to go to Reichert, and it's knocked away by Dowd and stolen by Hess. Dowd's left open. Can't knock down the three, though. Smith drives, leaves it up top for Russell. Off the heel. Down collects and brings it up for a Spring Hill. Weber trying to lob that one into very tight defense. And the ill-advised pass turns into a turnover. Smith on the drive, blocking foul on Powell. Two shots coming up for Riley Smith, who is 2 for 2 at the line in this ball game. 62% on the year at the free throw line. By far has taken the most free throws on this team. She came in with 71 free throw attempts on the year. Twice as many as any other player on the team for Baldwin. Carly Neufeld is back in for Baldwin. Kate Milroy and Meredith Todd back in for Spring Hill. Three-point game, under a minute to go in the third. They had Frank a little high-low there. Now Dowd instead from the corner. They'll take that also. They get the three from Emily Dowd. After not making a three-pointer in the first half, Spring Hill has now knocked down 4 threes here in this third quarter. And they have flipped a 7-point deficit into a 6-point lead here in the final seconds of the third period. Russell with 10 seconds. Now to Smith. Around to Neufeld. Smith takes a peek up at the clock with 4 seconds and then travels. 20th turnover against Baldwin in this game. It leaves Spring Hill with just 1 second, so not likely going to be able to do much with it, but they'll take the defensive stop and they'll take a 6-point lead into the fourth quarter. 37-31 Spring Hill here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Start of the fourth quarter here in the consolation semifinals of the Top Gun Wellsville basketball tournament. 37-31. Spring Hill on top of Baldwin, and a traveling violation to open up the quarter. Baldwin has now turned it over 21 times in this game. That's 10 more than Spring Hill. The Broncos, though, trailed by 7 as we started this second half, but a huge third quarter, an 18-5 advantage in that third quarter for Spring Hill. They opened up the quarter, going back to the first quarter on a 15-0 run, turned it into a 22-1 run before it was all said and done. There's a foul that will put Allie Frank at the free throw line. I think they might get Harvey again. They will, so that is now 4 on Jenna Harvey. Well, there's no question she makes a big difference when she's on the floor, on both ends of the floor, but especially down here on the defensive side. And now with 4 fouls, and Allie Frank making them pay for pretty much every one of those fouls. Allie in the ball game is 11 of 13 now at the free throw line. And that one makes it 12 out of 14 for Frank. Half of her 24 points have come there at the free throw line, and it's an 8-point Spring Hill lead with 7:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Foul call on the entry pass into Jenna Harvey. And that's on Meredith Todd, her second, 15 foul. Largest lead of the game right now for Spring Hill. They led by 6 early, led by 7 back in the third. Powell steps in front, intercepting the pass. Numbers for Spring Hill. Out to Milroy. Back to Powell. Into the middle of the paint. Lobbed underneath Frank, and Allie Frank misses the bank shot. Got it back, and it's rejected by Neufeld. Todd trying to win the ball back for Spring Hill, and does. Todd on the wing, drives in, over top of Harvey, no good. Backside rebound, Frank. Trying to go back up with it. She's fouled. The shot misses, but who's the foul on? If this is on Harvey, that's her 5th. It's on Harvey, and she's fouled out of the game with 7:03 to play. So Jenna Harvey is done for the night with 7:03 left in this game, as she is fouled out with 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 block shots tonight. And Allie Frank is back at the free throw line. (13 for 15) now at the line is Allie. And she gets the rebound after she missed the second one. It's a 9-point lead with 7 minutes to play. Powell able to juggle it back into her possession. And Todd wanted to skip it to Dowd. Dowd went cutting to the basket, so it ends up as a turnover. But it's a 9-point lead for Spring Hill with 6:48 left to play. Frost drives, pulls up mid-range and hits. Milroy kind of lost the handle as she was going to go up for the layup, and instead ends up in a turnover. Neufeld racing the other way against Milroy. Scoops it up off the glass, no good. Harvey's putback is good. That's Isabel Harvey on that putback. And it's 40-35 with a little more than 6 minutes to play. Underneath Frank. Big night continues for Allie Frank. 27 points tonight from Allie. And it's a 42-35 Bronco lead with a timeout on the floor. 6:04 left to play in the fourth quarter. Spring Hill takes a timeout. They lead by 7 here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
6:04 left to play in the ball game. It's a 42-35 Spring Hill lead on top of Baldwin. Spring Hill led by 1 after 1. Baldwin led by 7 after 2. Spring Hill back on top by 6 after 3, and now they lead by 7, having led by as many as 9 here in this fourth quarter. Kaylee Oates gets a hand on that three-point attempt by Neufeld. So the block shot gets it back for the Broncos. Oaks knocked to the floor. Lauren Russell picked up her fourth. 14th foul as well. Milroy to inbound, lobs it up to Frank. Big night from Allie Frank, 27 points and 9 rebounds. Milroy, nice bounce pass into Frank, and Allie will head back to the free throw line as she's fouled by Marin Frost. Allie has spent a ton of time at the free throw line tonight. A huge advantage at the free throw line for Spring Hill. This will be their 20th, well, their 19th and 20th free throw attempts. They actually call that on Neufeld and not Frost. Frank now with 28. This will be her 18th free throw attempt of this game. She's attempted 18 of the 20. Now, 18 of the 20 that the Broncos have taken to the line. She's got 29 points, with 15 of the 29 for her coming at the free throw line, and it's a 9-point lead, tying their largest lead of this ball game. Spring Hill 16 of 20 at the free throw line. Baldwin just 5 out of 8. Nice cut by Weber. Neufeld might have got a piece of it on the way up. She does definitely on the way down as she knocks it out of bounds. Carly Toot checks in for Baldwin. Toot in for Neufeld with 4:47 to play. Milroy just inside of the three-point line. Frost in the corner has been big in this second half. That's 8 second-half points now from Marin Frost. And the sophomore hits her second three-pointer of this second half. 4 minutes and a little bit more to go in this fourth quarter. It's a 6-point game, and the Broncos turn it over. Weber's pass stolen by Russell. Blocking foul called on Oaks. Puts Carly Toot at the line with 3:59 to go. Julia Hess checking in for Oaks. That's her second personal foul. They're going to call that on the floor. So it won't be free throws. Instead, it's on the floor. Lauren Russell to inbound. Up top to Frost. Takes one dribble to set up a three-pointer, and she knocks down and get another one. That ties her career high with 11 points in this game, and they've all come in the second half as she has trimmed the lead for Spring Hill down to just 3. Inside Allie Frank, triple team, gets it back out to Weber, and she knocks down a tray. Third three-pointer from Jenna Weber. The Broncos taking advantage of that attention that Allie Frank was drawing. Riley Smith gets the runner to go back on the other side. 4-point game with 3:25 to go. They have kept Smith in check again. They held her to a season-low 5 points in their first meeting. That's just 8 points in this one. Smith has been good distributing the ball, though. Has 5 assists in this game, and there's another turnover forced. Baldwin's got it. Down by 4, it should be. The score reads 49-41. It should say 47-43. They put the last 2 points for Spring Hill on the wrong, or for a Baldwin on the wrong side. So ignore that score you see on the screen for the moment. Now they've added 3 more to Spring Hill's, which is even further off, but I assume they'll get it corrected at some point. Now they're going to call a 5-second violation on Jenna Weber. So there they go. Score is correct now, 47-43 with 2:48 to go. Emily Dowd in for Julia Hess. Here's Marin Frost. She's been the spark here in the second half. All 11 points have come in this quarter, in this half. 8 of them have been in this quarter. Smith can't get the runner to go, and Allie Frank pulls down her 11th rebound. She has recorded her 5th double-double of the year tonight with 29 points and 11 rebounds. Milroy over to Meredith Todd. Dangerous pass across the court is stolen, and then a foul committed by Dowd. Spring Hill just needs to take a deep breath here, slow down on this offensive side. They're getting a little bit forced with some of the passes. Sped up, making some ill-advised decisions on some passing right now has resulted in 5 turnovers here in this fourth quarter. That was the 7th team foul. It was the 3rd on Dow, but 17 fouls. So Isabel Harvey to the free throw line. Run into the 1-and-1 is good. One possession game again with 2:20 left to play. Harvey gets the roll. Carly Neufeld checks back in. Out goes Carly Toot. It's a 2-point game with 2:20 to play. Spring Hill got to take a deep breath here and just take care of the basketball. Milroy gets free. Here she comes. No need to force anything here. Todd drives, trying to get through defenders, ends up losing the ball. Back comes Baldwin. 2-point game. Frost for the lead on the left wing. It's well short, but Isabel Harvey is there for the offensive rebound. Neufeld drives, floats it up, and ties the game at 47. The pair of sophomores, Frost and Neufeld, leading the way, both in double figures, both with 11 for Baldwin. And they have propelled them back into this ball game, and a timeout is taken by Spring Hill with 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. We're back in a moment here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Sprody Orthodontics.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done. No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Thank you. Can I help you today?
No thanks. I'm just looking. Oh, this is cute. So?
You wouldn't do it there. So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Like they're the fashion police.
All right, welcome back here to Wellsville. We've lost a camera feed, so you'll just have to take the audio version of the broadcast here with a minute 24 left. Caden's working on that camera, trying to get the audio feed back up. But here we go with a minute 20 left, tied at 47. Baldwin with the ball and a blocking foul on a drive by Riley Smith against Spring Hill. So Baldwin will head to the free throw line. Riley Smith will have a 1-and-1 attempt coming up. The foul is called on Julia Hess. It's her first and the 8th team foul. It's a 1-and-1 for Riley Smith. She is 3 out of 4 in the ball game at the line. And the front end of the 1-and-1 is good. So Baldwin has taken the lead back, their first lead since early third quarter. They led this game by 7 at halftime. They get a pair of free throws here from Riley Smith with a minute 18 to go to make this ball game a 2-point lead for Baldwin. Julia Hess, left corner for Spring Hill. Up top now, Brooke Powell. Broncos with a minute left to play. Top of the key, it's Milroy. Off a screen from Powell. Backdoor cut from the left baseline for Hess. She's fouled on the way up. And it will put Julia Hess at the free throw line with 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Spring Hill trailing by 2. Hess has not scored in this ball game. She's attempted just 5 free throws all season long. Lauren Russell is the guilty party on the foul, and that is her 5th, so she fouls out of the game. Here with 52 seconds to go, the second player to foul out for Baldwin. 2 shots for Hess with Spring Hill down by 2. Hess 2 out of 5 this year at the free throw line, and she knocks down the first one, her first point of this ball game. Makes Spring Hill now 17 out of 21 at the free throw line. They have definitely used the free throw line to their advantage tonight. Here's the second free throw by Julia Hess. That one's nothing but net as well. So 2 big clutch free throws by Hess. We are tied at 49 with under 50 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Top of the key, Neufeld for Baldwin. She's been their best outside shooter. Gets a screen from Smith, working off to the left. Sends it to the corner to Frost, and she travels. That is 24 turnovers now on Baldwin. And the travel with 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter gives it back to Spring Hill in a tie ball game. 2 timeouts remain for Spring Hill, 1 for Baldwin. The possession arrow also could be key. It's in the favor of Spring Hill with 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Tied up at 49. Milroy on the right wing. Lobs it inside the right block for Frank. Knocked away from behind and out of bounds by Neufeld with 22 seconds left. It'll be a baseline inbound for Spring Hill. Milroy will put it into play on the right baseline. Spring Hill flattens out across the baseline here with Frank right in front of Milroy. Cross screens come in the paint. Milroy into the right corner for Hess. Knocked out of her hand, and they call it a travel instead. Looked like the ball got knocked out of her hands by Toot, but instead they call it a travel, and it's a turnover back to Baldwin with 20 seconds to play in the ball game and a timeout. Baldwin, that is the final timeout taken by the Bulldogs with 20 seconds to go. They are now out of timeouts, but they do have possession with 20 seconds left. The possession arrow again does favor Spring Hill. Both teams in the 1-and-1 bonus. So this will be Baldwin basketball inbounding near midcourt on the far sideline here with 20 seconds to play in quarter number 4. It's been a great ball game back and forth. It's been a game of runs. Baldwin had the early run in this game. The Bulldogs went up by 14 in the second quarter. They went on a 14-0 run to take a 14-11. They made that into a 26-12 lead late in the first half. But Spring Hill came back, closed out the first half by scoring the final 7 points of the second quarter. They extended that run on into the second half, went on a 15-0 run to take a 27-26 lead, their first lead since it was 11-10 back at the end of the first quarter. They would lead by as many as 9 here in this fourth quarter. And right now it's a tie game, Baldwin basketball. 20 seconds left. Baldwin with it in the backcourt. Riley Smith being manned up by Milroy. Crosses the timeline on the near sideline with 13 seconds. Up top of the key now, Neufeld. 10. Works it right side. Leaves it up top for Russell with 7. Back around to Smith. Driving on the left wing. Puts up a floater with 5 seconds left. Off the heel. Rebounded by Baldwin, and a foul on Spring Hill with 1 second left in the fourth quarter. An offensive rebound by Riley Smith. She was fouled on the putback try by Frank, and it will be 2 shots for Riley Smith with 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Smith for the ball game has knocked down 5 out of 6 at the free throw line, but she misses the first. So it stays a tie ball game. Big free throw here for Riley Smith. 1 second left, tie ball game. Free throw on the way by Smith, and it's good with 1 second left. Spring Hill's got to quickly get something up. It's Weber from 3/4 court, and it's short, and the ball game is over. A heartbreaking loss for the Spring Hill Broncos after such a great comeback to retake the lead in the second half of this ball game. Baldwin able to recover and outscore Spring Hill 8-2 in the final 3 minutes. And a Riley Smith free throw with 1 second left in the fourth quarter after an offensive rebound, a second chance point, and the game deciding point. Riley Smith, 10 points in the game, one of 3 in double figures for Baldwin, and it's her free throw with 1 second left that gives us a 50-49 final here in the consolation semifinals of the Top Gun Wellsville tournament. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll wrap this one up for you on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. You've been watching Bronco basketball presented by Strode Orthodontics here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
Welcome into the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show tonight here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Our final Baldwin 50, Spring Hill 49 post-game show is brought to you by Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, where they work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. Another heartbreaking loss for Spring Hill tonight. They fall to 0-4 this year in games decided by 3 points or less, as they have now lost, if you can believe it, for the second time by 1. They've also lost twice by 3, and then the 8-point loss to Nemaha Central in a game in which they led going into the fourth quarter. They have had a ton of close games this year, but once again they come up on just the wrong side of it as Riley Smith makes a free throw with 1 second left for Baldwin to give them their first win this year by less than 3 points, as they lost by 1 in the opening round of the tournament, and now they win by 1 here in the second round of the tournament. 50-49 the final tonight after 4 ties and 3 lead changes. It was a big third quarter for Spring Hill, 18-5 that gave them the lead, but Baldwin gets the last call as they win 19-12 in the fourth quarter to overcome the 6-point deficit to start the quarter and win this one 50-49 tonight is your final. Baldwin improves to 6-5. They will play Hayden in the 5th place game on Saturday, and Spring Hill drops to 4-5, and they will take on Wellsville in the 7th place game, also coming up on Saturday at 1 o'clock. We'll take a timeout, come back with all the final numbers for you here on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. The final, Baldwin 50, Spring Hill 49. Back with more right after this.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com. Whitesell Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Whitesell Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Whitesell and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Whitesell Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back again to the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show, and we'll look at the final numbers from this one as Baldwin wins the game tonight 50-49 over Spring Hill. A lot of these numbers I like the looks of, but unfortunately they still lose the game here tonight for Spring Hill as the Broncos were a +9 on the glass, 29-20 advantage rebounding for Spring Hill. Broncos won the turnover battle as well. They had 11 fewer turnovers, or make that, 24-18. So 6 fewer turnovers, but still 18. That's one shy of their season high for turnovers. They forced 24, though, so they had plenty of opportunities there. They got to the free throw line and were excellent at the free throw line tonight, 18 out of 22. That's a season best performance as far as a free throw shooting percentage goes, and that's tremendous, 18 out of 22. And Baldwin 10 out of 14, so percentage-wise not bad there, but got there certainly a lot fewer times than Spring Hill, but they got there and made one more at the very end that they needed. Spring Hill knocked down 5 3-pointers in this game. You like that? They had 11 assists. That's not a bad number, but in the end, Baldwin wins this game 50-49. The Bulldogs had 3 players in double figures, led by a pair of sophomores, Marin Frost and Carly Neufeld, who each had 11. The 11 for Frost ties her career high, and it all came in the second half. 8 of the 11 came in the fourth quarter. She was huge in that comeback in the fourth quarter for Baldwin. And also in double figures tonight, Riley Smith, who ends up with 10 points. She had a game-high 5 assists as well, and Smith hit that big free throw, of course, right there with 1 second left to give the Bulldogs the victory. Jenna Harvey held to just 7 points in this game, but she did have a team-high 7 rebounds and 7 blocked shots before she fouled out at the 7-minute mark of that fourth quarter. Lauren Russell ends up with 3 points tonight, and that rounds out, and Isabel Harvey with 6 for the Bulldogs. For Spring Hill, Allie Frank with some big numbers again tonight, 29 points and 11 rebounds, her 5th double-double of the season. All 9 games now she's been in double figures. It's the 3rd time over 20, and she ends up just 3 shy of a career high in this one. And again, her 12th now career double-double. It was not a lot of help offensively up until late in this ball game, but then in the second half, and especially Jenna Weber came along. She had 9 points all in the second half on 3 3-pointers. Meredith Todd also hit a 3-pointer. Emily Dowd with a 3-pointer in that second half. They both ended up with 3 points. Kaylee Oakes had 2, and Julia Hess also with 2. Had a couple of big free throws there in the fourth quarter. In the final minute, with under a minute to go, she hit a pair of free throws to tie the game with Spring Hill down 2 at the time, but those were the last 2 points Spring Hill would score, and then Riley Smith got the game-winning free throw for Baldwin. The 11 rebounds by Frank was the team lead there. Jenna Weber second, along with Kate Milroy in rebounding. They each had 5. And the assist leader in this ball game was Kate Milroy with 3 for Spring Hill. A couple of assists each from Allie Frank, Meredith Todd, and Brooke Powell. So the final score again, Baldwin 50, Spring Hill 49. We don't have an updated graphic for the tournament to show you the update now since these games have gone finals. We'll just tell you, but we will have more Bronco basketball to wrap up the Top Gun tournament coming up on Saturday afternoon. 1 o'clock is the start time. It'll be Wellsville and Spring Hill in the 7th place game here from Wellsville School at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. And that should be a solid start time because it will be the first game of the day in the gym. So 1 o'clock start. We'll be on the air about 1:45 with the pregame show to get you started into that one. We'll also have basketball again tomorrow night here on Spring Hill Sports Live as the boys, it's a boys only with the girls here in the midst of the tournament week. The boys will play at Lewisburg tomorrow night, and that's a 6 o'clock start tomorrow evening for the boys varsity. 6 o'clock here on Spring Hill Sports Live as Spring Hill will take on Lewisburg on the road. That's going to wrap things up for us here tonight. Apologize for the video feed dropping there in the waning moments of this ball game, but at least we were able to still get you the audio so you knew what was happening, just couldn't see it. But unfortunately that happened. We'll get that ready to rock and roll by tomorrow evening for you. But also, unfortunately, the game ended 1 point the wrong way. 50-49, that's your final here tonight. Baldwin 50, Spring Hill 49. The Bulldogs improved to 6-5. Spring Hill dropping to 4-5 with the loss. For Caden Carbajo, I'm Bryce Kessler. You've been watching the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. Again, one more time, your final, Baldwin 50, Spring Hill 49. You've been watching Spring Hill High School Basketball, presented by Strode Orthodontics on Spring Hill Sports Live.
You've been watching Spring Hill High School Sports on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action